Today I'm going to make a review of Tutankhamun, one of the new heroes in Heroes of History Epic Empire. I'm going to go over the core identity of this hero. We're going to compare it with other tanks, what is his strong side and what is his weak side. Also, we're going to talk about all the events in Heroes of History Epic Empire, where you can use this hero and what is the benefits of this hero or not. You guys ask me in the comments under my video, so let's start with the core identity of Tutankhamun. First thing first, he's a hybrid tank, scaling aura carry and death trigger unit. He's having like three phases. Pre-transcended, which is basically a normal tank, transcended trigger, which trigger can be the HP go to 0 or 20 seconds after the fight start, and post-transcended, a scaling god mode. Now let's go even deeper over the ability breakdown. And this is early fight control, 0.8 seconds initial charge. This is the fastest engage in the game, one of the fastest I have ever seen, and it's instant 5 seconds down. This is huge. He stabilizes the fight instantly, protect backlines better than any other tank. Now on the second phase is transcended, death or 20 seconds. This is guaranteeing a transformation. As you can see, is either he go die or he hit where is this thing here, basically here, or after 20 seconds he's going to end up transcended. This is massive conversion. Giants 592 base damage, this is HP, and heals for close to 1k base damage. And a translation, he become full HP again, plus even tankier. Now let's talk about the aura mechanics. He's broken if you use it the right way. Now the aura have a radius of 2. Where is the aura? Yeah, godly aura, radius of 2. Every second, first of all, heal himself per enemy, deals AoE damage. Absolutely wild. This scales with number of enemies, so the more enemies you're having, the more damage you're going to do or healing yourself, and fight durations. The more time you're fighting, the better. More enemies, stronger hero. Now let's check out the transcended ability. Taunt again, 5 seconds. AoE damage based on max HP. Aura radius get increased. Get 1430% base damage as HP. This is insane scaling. His damage become tank, HP, damage loop. So this is so far for the ability of this hero. Now let's talk about the awakening and where the real power is coming. Now the awakening value, important one you should know, is awakening 4. This is massive. Ability charge initial minus 0.1 seconds. Keep in mind he starts with 0.8 seconds, so it's going to be 0.7 seconds, and the regular charge is minus 1.3 seconds, which is going to even make this regular charge more faster. Absolutely wild is the 4 awakening, faster transformation cycle. And awakening 5 is huge defense spike. As you can see, the defense go up with 25%. So overall scales extremely well with the investment. Late game monster. Tutankhamun is a late game monster. Still is going to help you a lot in the early game, but it's definitely a late game monster. Now we all see the strong sides of the Tutankhamun. Let's talk about the weakness, because he's having also some weakness. First thing first is low value start. This is before transcended. It's just an average tank. This is one of the things. Maybe I should open again. Okay, maybe like this. Yeah, he is basically an average tank. Early burst composition can punish him. This is one of the weakness. relies on the Wong fights, and we're not having that many. Still, we're having many Wong fights, but still needs time to scale up. Short fights is actually wasted potential, because either he have to go to 0 to transcend or to get 20 seconds in the fight. The other thing is very important. This is the positioning. Positioning depends. Is aura radius matter. So you have to positioning him the right way so you can get the benefit of his aura and aura radius. Bad positioning, it can go to wasted value at the end of the day. Now, he's not a pure protector. This is the final weakness I can say for the Tutankhamun. Unlike Kavik or Wowans, if we go over the Kavik and Wowas, Kavik, as you can see, transfer 100% of incoming ability damage from the allies to the hero, and like Braveheart, who is doing some shields. He's more selfish tank, let's say it like this. Now let's compare it with the rest of the 5-star tank. Against William Wowans, let's say. William Wowans is actually a team protector. Tutankhamun is self-scaling carry tank. Now, where the Wowans is having upper hand, team shielding, and this is immediate value till the Tutankhamun wins long fight, AoE pressure, scaling. So my final verdict is going to be short fight, is going to be Wowans, and long fight is definitely going to be Tutankhamun. Now, against Thomas Jefferson, maybe I should not actually give Thomas Jefferson as an example, but still. Anti-boss, anti-single target is Jefferson. This is the upper hand. And for Tutankhamun, AoE plus sustain. So, Jefferson is very niche tank. I want to point out this thing. Till the Tutankhamun is actually a universal tank at the end of the day. Now, the next hero is going to be against Kavyuk. This is ultimate damage sponge. Now, Kavyuk, best team protector, absorb damage. This is the best team protector in Heroes of History Epic Empire. Tutankhamun doesn't protect team as much, but adds damage. At the end of the day, if you need some damage, Tutankhamun is going to be the way to go. So my final verdict is going to be Kavik is defense meta, till Tutankhamun is aggressive sustain meta. Let's say it like this. Now, against Isabella, this is the other hero that I'm going to compare her. Immediate heal plus shield you're going to get from Isabella, plus strong early fights. As you can see, is doing the taunting, but still is getting some shields. This is actually level 1, by the way. Anyway, Tutankhamun weak early, insane late. Final verdict, Isabella early dominance, Tutankhamun scaling dominance. Let's say it like this. Now against Ragnar Wonbrock, still Ragnar is a tank, you know. Against Ragnar Wonbrock is Ragnar is backline disruption and is having pretty decent mobility. On the other side, Tutankhamun is frontline Ironchore. Now the final verdict is Ragnar is actually bringing pretty decent chills on the battlefield. On the other side, Tutankhamun is having decent control on the battlefield. Just by starting with this 0.8 seconds, the taunt, he already controlled the battle from the beginning. The next one is going to be Julius Caesar. Now, what is the benefits for the Caesar is invisibility. This is huge, by the way. Where is my beautiful Caesar? This is like invisibility for 3 seconds. One of the things. And strong CC, basically control from the Caesar. Also, I have to point out this thing. From Tutankhamun, better sustain, better scaling from Caesar. So, Caesar is actually a control meta. Till Tutankhamun is endurance meta. This is what I can say against Julius Caesar. And finally against George Washington. This is one of my favorite heroes, I'm not gonna lie. Where is George Washington? I actually still don't have him. I want to get him. Yeah, Washington, Spirit Link. This is pure team synergy. On the other side, we're having Tutankhamun, soul carry potential. My final verdict is Washington support tank. He's actually support tank till the Tutankhamun is actually a carry tank. So what is the final positioning in the meta for Tutankhamun? So Tutankhamun is top tier tank in extended fights. This is no second opinion here. Best anti-swarm tank and unique death scaling mechanic, but not the best universal tank for all the modes. So let's talk about the Tesla Storm, the campaigning, and all these events in Heroes of History Epic Empire. So I'm going to start with the Tesla Storm. Now, why? Single target boss, and this is actually a DPS check. This is what the Tesla Storm is. Now, what is the problems here? His value is AoE plus scaling, and we're talking about the single target, which is Tesla Storm. So, and also the Tesla Storm is short DPS race. We have to keep this thing in mind because you have also timer there and you have to kill this Tesla Storm. Now, good, what is good can survive longer. What is bad doesn't boost the team DPS enough at the end of the day. So my final verdict is not optional for the Tesla Storm. Better don't use him there, let's say it like this. Now, campaigning, I think and I believe, let me just maybe go and point you. Yeah, this is actually the Tesla Storm. Now let's jump over the campaigning and say a couple words about the campaigning. Why? First of all, he's very good against multiple enemies and longer fights. That's why for the campaigning, I believe Tutankhamun is a very strong hero. What is the benefits? AoE aura, this is huge value, and self-sustain. No healer are needed, and believe it or not, sometimes you just don't these 5 heroes, you don't have place for the healers there. I mean, you want to have very solid DPS going on in your team, and you can just use Tutankhamun. He can actually take care for himself as much as he can. So yeah, the final verdict is top tier campaigning tank. Definitely Tutankhamun for the campaigning is a top tier. Now treasure hunt, here he's a S tier. Now why? We're having in the treasure hunt, let me just open the treasure hunt. Obviously, in the treasure hunt, we're having multiple fights. This is one of the things. Maybe I can actually click here. Yeah, multiple fights and limited healing. The issue here is with the healing. So what he is doing and why he's a S tier there, he heals himself and scales every fight. This is insane value. Doesn't not require support. Very important. So final verdict is one of the best heroes for this mode in this game, for treasure hunt. And finally, I'm going to talk about the arena, and here is like meta dependent. Now what is his range? Punishes AoE teams, definitely. And he's hard to be killed. Yeah, Tutankhamun is hard to be killed in the arena, which, you know, you can build your strategy around this, just because from 0.8 seconds he is going to trigger his taunt for 5 seconds, which is absolutely wild. And yeah, now what is the weakness? A slow start, you know, either he get killed or 20 seconds when the fight start, before he actually go and transcend. Now where he work best in sustained composition, this is one of the ways, against multi-target teams. Final verdict is, I can say he's A tier for the arena. For everything what we're saying in this video is going to be Tutankhamun is not broken everywhere, but in the right fights he's basically unstoppable. So this is going to be my overview over Tutankhamun, to be fair. I really go and make some deep research over this hero. I compare him with other heroes, so I can produce this, in my opinion, basically everything you need to know for Tutankhamun. I really if you go that far, please do me a favor and hit one like on the video. This is helping my channel and give me this strength to make this type of videos, really deep analysis videos that I think every player deserve. Let me know your personal opinion in the comments below. If you want to, subscribe to this channel, like the video. If you want to support my work, you can become a member of this channel. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.